Aquarius, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. What's up? What's going on? Like always with the Celtic Cross, take what resonates, leave what does not. However, if there's more than one energy clearly apparent to you on this board today, reverse those energies as you see fit, but do keep in mind the Celtic Cross is about your collective energy. Yeah? I'll see you this, that, day, and the other. That's always the case. It's how we're processing it. That's what I'm into. Yeah? Again, it's about you. But if it doesn't resonate at all, normal. Check out the placements. What's going on, please? Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. What's going on, please? Show me Aquarius. What's going on? Show me Aquarius, please. Show me Aquarius. Two of Cups, the Empress. You know what's so funny? As I was shuffling, I heard a song. I can't quite identify it. It's something about when we met, there were stars in your eyes, or the stars were in your eyes. It's a song, and I can't quite hear it. It's an older one. It's an older one. There's stars in your eyes. Two of Cups. Immediately, straight away. Love of the heart between yourself and someone else, but the Empress is on sideways. The status is in question. The sense of empowerment is in question. Influencing, Nine of Cups. Do I love myself? Wish fulfillment. In the past, Eight of Pentacles. Working hard. Exiting, the Sun. We don't like that. Before you, Seven of Cups. I want to know why that Sun's exiting, and why before you do you see options. Do you want options? Do you want to be open? Well, it stands to reason if an emperor or empress, regardless of sex, is in question, you sense someone else's empowerment or status is in question, or your own, if the sun is indeed ebbing away, you might be open to options. Let's keep going. Strengths, the Knights of Wands. Environment, Page of Swords. Very small observation. We haven't done anything to change our environment yet. Three of Swords, hopes and fears. Tower, outcome. Something shifted indeed. You can't tell me the sun's dying and that someone's status is in question and then not show me a tower or something. Okay, let's get cracking and let's strap in, guys, once more. Tarot does not dictate action, you do. Tarot's a proof choice, not the absence of it. Real tarot is real life. This one has some moving and shaking components to it, indeed. You're not the only one. There's a very strong flavor profile here, and I've been using that phrase more and more, but it's something people understand as flavor profiles, and we have the intensity of something here that we recognize strongly as our own. But perhaps we lost the taste for it, I don't know. Not that I'm trying to cheapen it or lessen it or devalue it. It's just, it looks like we're at the precipice of change. That doesn't mean it's easy, though. Let's take a look at that Two of Cups. This is between you and I. That's what the Two of Cups is. It's not necessarily a soul bond, but it's like this is how you and I understand each other at the emotional level. This is how I recognize your feelings. This is how you recognize mine. And it's supposed to be a fair exchange. Okay? If nothing else. If nothing else. And that could be anybody's relationship with anybody, anywhere. This is my Two of Cups with, like, say, my neighbor versus, say, my sister, so on and so forth. So what's in that Two of Cups for you? Let's see that Two of Cups. Page of Wands, excuse me, King of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. There's supposed to be a fair exchange here. Fullness of heart, right there at the heart of it, literally at the heart of it, is the fairness of an exchange. King of Cups, Six of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. There is an admission here that we relatively more or less feel the same way about each other. and that we both put something into it. Fair. 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 It may not be one of those fancy soul bonds, Christina, but there is the recognition here, at least by one person, that the exchange is meant to be fair. Love and the give and take principles, the back and forth, the contracts, the things that we agree to do every day to fulfill those roles, particularly as it concerns love. Out of respect and love for you or us, this is what I agree to do, and this is what somebody else agrees to do. It's meant to be positive, okay? But really simple exchange that comes from the heart, King of Cups. I'm sincerely doing these things because I choose to, because I love this. And I understand it should be returned. The Empress is crossing. Show me this. Show me this, Empress, please. The Tower, the Moon, La Luna, the Hierophant. Oh, I said that with a little accent. The Hierophant. Where'd that come from? I've never pronounced it that way a day in my life. If anything, I overly enunciate the Hierophant properly. So I have no idea where I started rolling the R's on that one. I have no idea why. That had more of a... That has more of a particular accent than not the one I'm used to. Where did that come from? Oh my. The Tower's here, the Moon, the Hierophant, with the Empress. Whoa. That's quite the blast. I don't know if you noticed this. 3 majors on a major. 1, 2, 3. This is fresh. This is hot off the press. That one is. Oh, honey. You know, I like baked goods when they're fresh out the oven, but this is not that analogy. This is definitely hot out the oven, and it's a lot. It's a lot to handle. But it needs to be handled. It does need to be. And you can't say that it's not. Oh my. Days like this, I hate my job. Most people roll into this knowledge very slowly over time. They build into it, and the case kind of opens one day, and we just add evidence to that case file, but it happens over years. Somebody opened a file here in this relationship, and the evidence kind of threw up out of it as soon as they opened the folder. The evidence was there. It was there this whole time. But it's coming out in one giant mass of information instead of accumulated, slow-building knowledge, feeling, receptivity, suspicion, doubts, apprehension. That's typically what I see people layer up over time. This is happening all at once. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, someone's under question here with the Empress. Lack of empowerment, or they're questioning their status here. Somebody's saying whatever this commitment is, it's anti-empowerment. It's anti-commitment. It was a long-held secret that's bursting forth on somebody's side. It can't be contained anymore. The Tower's busting this one wide open. And the Hierophant came out, so I know it's business. That's serious business. The spiritual authority to recognize it. That's all spiritual. Spiritual. The one element I see here in the 3D is the one that's in question the most. Somebody lost their crown, lost their status, or lost their sense of empowerment in a commitment here. And I suppose if I were to summarize all that gobbledygook, it would be, I don't want this anymore. Up until that point, though, we can literally say, everything I did from the heart. I did my best to balance with this. I did. I like I said, it's like it ain't one of them fancy loves. It may not be one of them soul bonds or soulmates that tarot lady's going on about. It may not be one of the lovers, but by golly, it's here, and I balance with it, and I do the best I can with it every day with a sincere heart. But at some point, somebody crosses this union and says they're not up to snuff. They're not up to scratch. Someone isn't. They're not productive, loving, or generous, or empowered. And that this union, therefore, is no longer empowering. That's a lot to process all at once. And I don't know who got hit with that level of dynamite. I don't know. Because there's two people in here. But I'm focusing on you. So I can't help but imagine this is your insight. That's a whopper. That's a whopper. That's a lot to process all at once. So naturally, you're not going to process it all at once. It's just the magnitude of it hits. And it hits. And once we go, guys, once we know something like that, we feel it. We can't take it back. So it's our job as human beings doing what we do because we have limited capacity for so much information. We process it over time. It's going to take a minute. Okay. They don't want this union anymore. And there's one distinct character here that says they have not been performing. They're underperforming. They no longer want the job. They don't want the status. Maybe they never did. Something's anti-productive, anti-loving, anti-generous, anti-caring. The opposite. In other words, that person's power, the emperor and empress, when they're like this, we don't want them to be. So either you feel this commitment is anti-empowering, and you're having to come to terms with that, it takes away from you, or you've designated to this person as taking away from you. I don't know. Up until this moment, from the most honest place in you, you really thought this was an equal, fair give and take system. I don't know what kicked the evidence off in the evidence file, but I know there's no taking it back. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. This commitment's not what we thought it was. It's or that person or ourselves. We thought we knew what we were doing and what we were about. It's quite powerful. I've seen some whoppers, honey. That's quite a bit. That was a lightning day. That was a damn strong lightning day right there. Ooh. Okay, 9 of Cups influencing that sense of self, how you love yourself, wish fulfillment. Do you know a little bit of insider about my particular process? Sometimes I typically read in order, just makes my life easier in terms of tracking who I read. You know, make sure I've done what I needed to do. Okay, maintaining my balances. Yours, I had no reason why. I couldn't tell you why. I intentionally did yours last today. Yours is typically either the 1st or the 4th. Because I read by fixed mutable cardinal. So it's either Scorpio's 1st or your 1st. But today I put your card aside for last and I had no idea why. I had no idea why. And by that I mean your placement card. I stacked them in order for the day that I'm going to read them. 9 of Cups. Let's see that 9 of Cups. Show me that 9 of Cups, please. Show me that 9 of Cups. We're going to get this sorted. It could be, side note, the person whom you're attached to that you assumed all was fair and equal with, put that news on you. I don't want this commitment anymore. I don't feel empowered in it. And I didn't understand it until recently, and now you understand it. It's one of those scenarios, guys. I can't tell because it's happening so fast and to such a high degree. I don't know. We went from this is fair and I choose this we understand we love each other and that we're doing the best we can, to no, that is not true at all. And it is a truth, and it does need to come out. It's quite the explosive secret, but with the Hierophant behind it, it's legit. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Emperor. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Emperor. There's some more empowered energy here. You're saying the ending here is the right thing to do. The ending here, regardless of who's designating what with the responsibility of breaking down that level of news. You're saying the end result stands. I want to invest in the ending. It hurts. It's painful, but you're also saying empowerment. The Emperor here is saying it's the right thing to do. So at least somebody's here reaction is taking responsibility for this. It's yours, as I understand it. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing you're doing, you're saying, for me at the individual level, Nine of Cups. It is wish fulfillment. This hurts, yes, Ten of Swords. Investing in this ending hurts. But the pain aside, you're saying the responsible thing to do, the right thing to do, is to invest in the ending. It would actually personally make you happy. Two empowering figures. One here, someone's sense of empowerment's in question. And so therefore, somebody's reaction is, well, somebody here needs to be. Step into this, step into the truth of it, and take accountability for it. It's a proposed investment, but it's one that feels correct. Eight of Pentacles in the past. I'm very curious about this. Let's see that Eight of Pentacles, please. Let's see that Eight of Pentacles. Talk about shifting. That is some radical shifting, but it's also the truth, so I'm not contesting it. I always want the truth to come forward, no matter how radical it is. It's always best. The Tower's there claiming a big secret, saying this has been hidden from you both, or at least one person, for a long time, and this needs to come forward. So shall it be. Eight of Pentacles, please. Show me that Eight of Pentacles. Three of Cups, King of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. In the past, it seems like it was such an easy thing to connect. We didn't put too much thought into it. It was easy enough to do. The relationship between you and this person was always pretty easily maintained up until this point. Someone kind of put surface level emotions into it because they generally felt good about it with the King of Wands, but that was about it, Ace of Swords. And that was a long-standing practice truth between you two, it looks like. You knew when to work to come together. It wasn't too much, it wasn't too demanding. There was always a practical effort on both sides, but one person was very comfortable with just connecting at a Three Cups level. And that was as much as they could give or wanted to give. And that was their truth for a long time. Not putting too much of their emotional selves into it or their passion. It was just enough. And it might have been a harsh truth, but it was an honest one. I said we came together well enough. You know, we had practiced habits, you and I, of making things work. And for at least one person, this is how they made things work. Not giving too much, but sincere effort, kind of like that opening. It feels right to the both of us, just not too much, equal on both sides. And that carried the weight of this relationship for a long time, I believe. That Sun on the exit. Up until recently, that kind of practice mentality around this worked. It did. That Sun is exiting. Show me the Sun, please. I'm really not interested in the past here. I want to work with present day. This was kept under tight wraps for a very long time. but somebody was slowly beginning to lose rank or diminish. Someone feeling less empowered by the day the more they participated in this. Let's see that sun, please. Let's see that sun. Show me the sun. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, Six of Wands. Someone fell out of love. That's it. That's all there is to it. So that's why somebody had minimal requirements of emotional fulfillment. It really wasn't a lot, but it was functioning. That's what I'm getting from this. Whatever this was between us, it was high functioning for a long time. And someone had very practiced skill sets about this is what I need bare minimum to be happy. And I'm good with that. And someone really believed this for a long time. I'm defaulting to you as the Ace of Swords is your master symbol. Once more, it's not an accusation. This was your practiced effort to continue to work things through with this person and keep the union together. Okay? You're saying I don't need much, so don't overgive. I don't overgive, you don't overgive. And so long as we are giving the best of each other from a good place, we'll be okay. And you really understood this to work. I believe this is you. I do. You're saying you didn't need much. It's the effort that counted. From your point of view, it was the effort, Eight of Pentacles, that counted. Not how much you feel, not how much passion there is, okay? Just truth. A well-practiced truth of each doing their part. At the end of the day, that's what you're saying, I believe, counted the most for you. But the simple truth is, you fell out of love with this. You did. The sun, when it starts to exit, that's a serious business. That's immediately gave me pause. I mean, if you don't believe me, go back and rewind it. I mean, I know I hesitated. I'm certain I felt it. Even if it was a second, it was still a second of a pause. The sun exiting is a big deal, guys. Especially with these simpler unions, the Two of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. It should be a very simple system. And the fact that we asked for so little to maintain it, and you're saying you didn't need much to get by, perhaps the other person needed more. I don't know, because there is an accusation here of someone stopped being loving, generous, productive. Something like that. And the sun for you started to slip away a long time ago. The Ace of Cups, the in-love energy, Six of Wands, and the confidence to feel it, to back it up, to live in it, to feel the sun with this, started to exit some time ago. And I can see then where over time, between these two in this union, a practiced effort and diligence in being mindful of each other and respectful of each other's needs probably worked really well for a long time. I bet you it did. But it was proof for somebody that the sun was fading. And the in-love too. Well, I really appreciate your honesty today. I just know the influence aside, you as an individual say, it's probably best then to invest in the ending. Not because you have to, because actually you kind of want to. Okay? You feel that it's best for you. And that's what empowerment is. It means taking responsibility for the shit that doesn't work out. But knowing at the end of the day that it's still correct. That's empowerment. Okay? All right, Seven of Cups before you in the future. Being open, options in love, willingness to explore other terrain. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know where you are in the process with this. It looks like it's just begun, to be honest with you. The investment to ending this has just begun. Feeling the warmth and the love of this exit and the confidence with it. These are very powerful decisions I'm seeing, based in emotional intelligence and spiritual intelligence, and also appreciation for the reality as well. So all the components are in place to understand this major transition in our lives, not reject it or deny it, but to embrace it. So may that be the case. Let's see that Seven of Cups, show me that Seven of Cups, show me that Seven of Cups. Okay. I rejoice in two people who honestly call each other out, not because they're busy denying the truth, but because they're finally in a space of accepting it. That's the real stuff. Like real tarot. True revelations, difficult as they may be, at least they're honest. You can spare each other further indignities with that sense of I have to. Okay. There's that Ace of Swords again, Seven of Swords, Two of Wands. Yeah. Okay. So here we have the emotional acceptance. It's not just options and love. Thank God. I was already say it's a little fast. That's a little fast. I mean, Aquarius, honey, I know you have that kind of blessed superpower to move on quickly if you want to, mentally. Yeah, you can. What you'll do is you'll just check out and get lost in space. And that helps you get distance. I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I'm not. Am I trying to inject some humor? Because this is going to be one of those readings that either hits 1,000% or misses 1,000%. There really is little in between on this one. There's not going to be too much gray area here. So this is either yours or it's not. If it's not, check your other placements. You're good. If this hits you, you know, because it's yours. There's not much room for... This revelation happened so fast, and it created such a huge spike of energy. You can't miss a moment like that in your life. You don't... It's like, was that moment she was talking about? No, honey. You know. Like I said, there's no taking that back. You don't question it. It's there, and it's bold as brass. Okay? Anyway, so Seven of Cups here we have the emotional expansion of the truth that we've been avoiding. Going back to the Ace of Swords, which again, your master symbol, Seven of Swords, Two of Wands, you see now how you were avoiding this truth. I think you really believe this because I think for a long time it did work. That practical value system you and they had in place to keep this going. You didn't need much. You didn't need much of the attention. You didn't need much of the emotional coverage. You're saying your needs were met, and that constituted fairness. So you're saying that's how you defined your Two of Cups. This is how you and I practice to love each other every day, is to honoring each other's needs. But we don't need to give too much either. So this is what it came down to over time. Okay? And somebody's saying, that's not enough for me, and it hasn't been for a long time. I've been keeping that to myself. And it exploded. Again, who is doing it, I don't know. Because you're both affected. I really don't know. Up until this point, that really may have been what your conviction was until you understood otherwise. I don't know. It could have been them. You would know. But here we have now the emotional expansion of the truth. Maybe this union should have been more than a practiced effort in each other's needs. Physical needs. Maybe this wasn't enough for you. Maybe this wasn't enough for me either. So here we have the exclusion, or rather the inclusion of the emotional truth. It's not the easiest thing to digest, but it's there. We're talking about it. We're looking at it. We're feeling it. Seven of Swords, the avoidance of what was there this whole time. Okay, so now we're processing emotionally. Good. It's something that you hadn't really considered before, I think. But now that you can kind of see it for what it is, like I said. And now you can feel it for what it is, too. The Knight of Wands is in your strength, passion, drive, energy, excitement, optimism. Let's see that Knight of Wands, please. My, this one's quite heavy. Gemini's was heavy as well, but for different reasons. Oh. Let's see that Knight of Wands. Show me that Knight of Wands. The Empress. There it is. Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Someone here very much believes in new beginnings. They're saying that their empowerment is not with this situation. It's in new beginnings. I was told twice, 2 more times, and I got 2 aces. You saw me hesitate. I was about to stop and divide the deck like I always do. And I said 2 more times. I got 2 aces. There's a reason I put yours for last. Yeah. Whoever questioned their empowerment, this commitment's not for me, and I finally see that now. This makes me anti-empowered, anti-giving, anti-generous. It makes me afraid to live life. This is not me. That person would like to reclaim their empowerment and go for aces. They actually have the energy for this. They believe in new beginnings. They want to believe in new beginnings. I don't believe it's you. Could be them too. I don't know. But I believe this person. I want new beginnings. I believe in them. I want to believe in love, the same love that we are falling out of. Just a different in love. Something else with a strong beginning, character, deep attachment, and that I can give all of myself to. The Empress doesn't hesitate to give herself wholeheartedly to the one that she believes is her equal, or he believes is his equal. They don't hesitate. This person doesn't want to hesitate to give the best of themselves to someone. So someone stopped giving the best of themselves to the situation a long time ago, and they're just now understanding it. Okay? It could all be you. You might both actually share Aquarius in your chart, and that would explain the constant crossover I'm seeing. That means you both experience this in your own way. For some of you next year. By March of next year. The sun has set on this. This is probably the best attitude someone could take towards this situation. I take responsibility for this ending, but I also know it's correct. Okay? Page of Swords in the environment, very small. Let's see that Page of Swords. We have the strength here for a new beginning. We feel it. We do. It looks so strongly defined through your energy. It really does. Page of Swords. Show me that Page of Swords. Show me that Page of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. 7 of Wands, the Ace of Wands. But there will be delay between what you see and feel and what you allow yourself to experience. You're saying time must pass. You must wait a little bit for those aces to take effect. You have the strength for them, and just the idea of it makes you stand upright and makes you feel 1,000 times bigger. I believe you. The environment you're saying is going to take more time to actually shift. So here we have the difference between one's spiritual self, emotional energy, and what they're inclined to do, coming up against reality. So here in the environment, in the 3D, you're saying that's going to take a slower change. You have to forego a new beginning. You can't have immediate results with that. You have it in mind. This is what I trust. I know you're going to make good on it. But you're saying the environment's going to have to catch up. The changes are going to be slow to take effect. I told you, for some of you, spring next year. March, for some of you, specifically. A year and a month. That's for some of you. Okay. 3 aces. 3 of Swords, hopes and fears. Fear of rejection, fear of pain. I know, I see it. But also the good sense to take responsibility for it, knowing it's correct. Show that 3 of Swords. Show that 3 of Swords. Show me that Three of Swords. Show me that Three of Swords. The World. Nine of Swords, the Three of Cups. The pain will be of short duration, but you already know that. Clearing it up in the 3D. You're saying that's going to take a minute. I believe you. Your hopes and fears aren't that much, actually. You're ready for a new beginning. It will be a short-lived cycle of fear and anxiety because you've been 3-cuppings this. In other words, keeping it together. You didn't need much emotionality from it. You just really you put emphasis on the practicals. I care about you. This is pretty much I care about you, just very elaborate. And it's not in love I care about you. It's just I care about you. And I'm trying my best to practically honor this every day. And up until recently you were too. Somebody's like, I can't do this anymore. And it's so powerful. The sun's gone, the in-love's gone. Somebody said I didn't need much to get by. There's a lot of evidence in that case file. More than I think either one of you understood or knew. That's okay. When you stop trying to force this to connect emotionally, you feel almost immediate relief. Yeah, it's like the pretense is gone. Having to keep doing this is gone. That anxiety is gone now. Or will be. I think you thought it was going to last a lot longer than you thought. It's going to clear up faster than you thought. That's how I know it's correct. I told you you're ready for a new beginning. It's just the 3D takes time to catch up to where we are. The 3D, guys, is proof of our results, not... No. We drive the 3D based on our decisions, our emotionality, our spirituality, and our understanding of it all. Do we understand who we are? And the more we make decisions based on what we understand with ourselves and maybe other people, the 3D starts to define itself. So that's why I say no change plus no change equals no change. If you make no changes as an individual, you're not going to see in your outer world either. Unless change is hoisted or forced upon you, such as the tower or outside influence, and then you are in a position to directly deal with it. But more often than not, everything begins with the self. This kind of change is fully acknowledging of what's going on with the self. And it's going to take the 3D a hot minute to catch up to the changes you're making. So the fact that you were so boldly prepared for new is spectacular. Talk about feeling empowered again and correct decision making, etc. So this one is a canvas that is yet to be filled, but it will be filled in time. You seem to be determined upon that. Your environment is changing and shifting. There will be temporary fuss about where you go and what you do. Those will be filled in. I don't mean that to diminish it. It's just, it seems like such an afterthought to you. Okay? Your fear that this bad feeling would continue on and on and on, it's going to be cycled out faster than you know. That tells me how ready for new you were. Let's take a look at this tower and the outcome. I don't handle any more of these towers for you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my. The heat of the day definitely kicked in. Is my ear red? I really am a human. I am so sensitive to temperature. It's like, are you mad? No, fool. It's 100 degrees. I live in Central Texas. I have 18 huge windows in my house. Okay, it gets warm. I give everything away in terms of temperature. Like, I will turn pink really fast. I'm slightly inconvenienced with heat. I turn pink. Every time. It's embarrassing. Okay? It's embarrassing because it's like I can't even have cool reactions sometimes because my body temperature will give everything away. Everything. I hate that. As someone who's so terribly private, I don't even like it when my body gives me away. It's like, don't look at my pink ears. That's none of your business. Let's see the towers. Yeah, I'm a weird one. I know. That's why I'm so good at my job. All right, let's do the tower. I embrace the weird, darling. Embrace the weird. Deny yourself, you make yourself miserable. Own who you are, you'll be happy. You'll be all right. All right, let's see that tower. Show me the tower. Show me the tower. Show me the tower, please. I would say that's a lot of vibrancy. Happiness for some of you is with a lover. It could be why for some of you I'm saying such a strong indication for new. I don't know. Something else might be calling you, honey. All right. The tower. Show me that tower, please. Show me the tower. Show me the tower. Queen of Swords. The Magician. Eight of Wands. Wow. Wow. That tower is taking you by so much force and so surprise. First, the revelation of it, and I see you thinking it. You're like, this is true, this was always true. May I live in my truth. I see you thanking the tower for what it was. That revelation, that hit, either generated by you or the partner, the person of significance. You do shut up. Either the person, you or the person of significance, revealed it deep down. I don't want this, and I haven't wanted it in a long time. If I ever did, this is not commitment to me. This is not productivity. This is not love. This is you and me agreeing to get along. And we're honoring each other to the best of our abilities, but are we really honoring each other, though? I see you thanking the tower. Queen of Swords, the Magician, the Eight of Wands. You actually want more of its revelations. I see you summoning from a place of, I want the truth and nothing but the truth. Something you thought would never come true is coming true. When you said you want to change, when you asked the universe for assistance, for change, I want the truth, you may not have known it was this, or the shape it would take, but it's there, and you don't want to take it back. You don't ever want to take it back. So you want more of it. And something's coming towards you, something that you thought was not possible will be. I keep going back to your strengths here at the new beginning. It's almost like you're saying that tower shit's awesome. I want more of it. Thank you for putting me on this path. Something, I don't know. I don't know. So without it, you wouldn't have been able to separate from this, or you wouldn't have recognized the dying sun or the dying in love energy. I don't know. But it does set you free. Okay. Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. You're not the first person to get this. The wall, overcoming the wall obstacles, that's all here. And somebody else had these same cards. Don't remember who, but it was a fellow air sign, and I promise you I shuffled these many times. 56 and 15. The wall, some of you hit a wall at 56. What is that? But you're not 56 anymore. What does that mean? You hit a wall at 56. You wanted a tower? Is that when you prayed for it? Something to do at 56. You prayed for a wall. You prayed for the truth. Something. And it did come crashing in. But you're not 56 anymore. Time to move out of stagnation. Dust Devil, number 15. Eyes of the eagle, yes, that is definitely you, 1000%. Rising above all this so you can look down below and see what's actually going on. Number 18. Vanishing mirror. I think that fell out in conjunction with the eyes of the eagle, but vanishing mirror, ego sublimation. When we let go of our ego properly, not improperly, but when we properly let go of our ego, in other words, there's some ego that is actually healthy. I know. I wish people would study ego and what it actually means, but there you go. We want to keep healthy ego, okay? What we want to do away with is false ego. I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm about, and this is all I've asked for. That's all I've ever wanted. It's that suggestion that we know we're right when we actually have evidence to the contrary. So that's when we often pray to the universe, just tell me what I need to do, because there's an admission in us that we're wrong, but we don't know how we're wrong. So that's ego sublimation. Dear universe, intervene on my behalf. Something's not right, and I don't know what it is. Show me the way. Even if it means changing my whole world, just please tell me the truth. That's an admission that we're doing something wrong and that we have been. But we can't pinpoint it, or we have a sneaking idea, but we don't know where it's going to take us, and it's scary. And thus towers are born in many ways. So ego sublimation, when we're willing to admit that we're doing something wrong and we need help, that's really at the point we start looking in the mirror and we're ready to change what we see. Ego sublimation. Okay? Very good. Number 58. Yeah, that's not a... Something's weird, man. Something in that scale between 56 and 58. 57 then. Some of you will recognize who you are properly by 58. Cycles completing and new ones forming as we speak. Okay? Yes. I don't know why that... I don't get wrapped up in the 56, 57, 50. It just... I report things when they leave an impression. That's all. Okay? It may not be about that. Comfort zone, south node clinging. Some of you, Aquarius is your south node, and we cling to this. We want to rise into our north node, and even if it's not your south node, that's not the point. Whatever your south node is, do the opposite of it. You have a north node, okay? In other words, just step out of your comfort zone. We're clinging to the old ways. Mirroring, stability, harmony, flow, energy, self-care, mirroring. I know, I do see that reflected back. You made that clear in the opening. We tried to mirror this sincerely, doing the best we can to meet each other's needs from a good heart space. That's it, nothing fancy. And I think you told yourself that's as good as anybody should expect or get. That ain't bad, right? Two people agree to get along and do the best they can for each other to meet each other's needs. Take care of each other. Like that's better than what most people have, and I should be grateful for it, right? I know I've heard that argument too. And while that might be the answer for many, it stopped being your answer a long time ago. That's ego sublimation, okay? So you two mirrored that for a long time, but there was something here. There's an influence. The feminine, intuitive, psychic, whatever you want to call it. I don't use that word because I think it's bullshit, but intuitive. That emphasizes self-care, self-learning, self-insight, self-love to discover the truth. Some of you have been trying to get in touch with that. Yeah. You've been receiving messages, communication about emotionality and the truth of it. Message in a bottle. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. This one was quite the pickle, but it was an amazing one. I hope it helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.